Every time we take a step, they got something to say. Let's run away from the everyday. Will you come with me? When we set each other free, let's see what love can be. What's love?
Yo, I don't know, but let's figure it out. I think it's about trust.
Let me go off camera on the other one.
Missing out on the good life that's right beyond our fingertips.
All right, how's it going out there? If you're not joining me from Instagram, I'm here now on Facebook. I was just doing a pregame over on Instagram.
Shining like campfires.
As always, trivia will be starting shortly after 7 o'clock. If you need a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside your house, find a bucket, bring it inside, and use that to play in tonight's trivia game. All right, now let me go check the settings on this microphone. All right, I was saying on Instagram, we're here still. I promise I'll be here on Fridays when I have nothing to do. I do actually something to do today, but it starts, it's something we could do later. So I'm here from 7 through 8 until the game's over, and then I'm heading out. I'm going to go to Bar Nancy, check out the guys from Yacht Rock. They're playing over there tonight, so if you want to come join me, hang out in person, me and the wife will be there. Yacht Rock will be on. They start right now. They should be starting in a few minutes, just like I am. But I won't actually be there till like about 8:30. So if you're sticking around and playing trivia with me, see if I can get this adjusted right. If you're sticking around and playing trivia with me, we'll be starting at 7 o'clock. If you need a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside your house, grab a bucket, bring it inside, use that to play in tonight's trivia game. If not, go get the little garbage can in the bathroom, flip that over, throw out all the toilet paper, and use that for tonight's bucket. Trivia will be starting at 7 o'clock. So you're wondering, have you heard anything? No, I haven't heard anything. If I look at my messages, it was April 16, which I think was a Friday, when I last heard anything. So in 2 days, I guess, 15, 16. 16 is Sunday. After Sunday, it'll be exactly a month since I haven't heard a word. It is a radio silence from the Grove. And radio silence from my part too. Yes, I'm not begging. Remember, you can always join me on Mondays over at Bar Nancy, which is where I will be later on tonight. Me and the wife are going over there to have drinks, hang out, listen to smooth sounds from Yacht Rock. We'll be over there after 8:30. If you want to actually see me doing trivia over there, you will join me on Monday night, starting at 8 o'clock. Well, maybe we'll start the game later. But 8:30 we'll start the game, depending on the turnout at the moment. No later than 8:30 though. That's on Monday nights over at Bar Nancy. If not, join me on Wednesdays over at The Bend over in Miami Lakes. That game starts at 9 o'clock. That is next week. Those are my in-person games. And then Friday, we're right back here online on Facebook. Join me here on Facebook every Friday for trivia, as long as nothing else comes up and nothing else is going on. Trivia will be starting at 7 o'clock. If you need a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside your house, grab a bucket, bring it inside, use that to play in tonight's trivia game. Otherwise, use the little garbage can outside your house. Use the little garbage can from the bathroom, empty it out, throw out the toilet paper, bring it inside, bring it to wherever you're at, and play tonight's trivia game. If you're out in a public venue, do not take the little garbage can out of the bathroom at a public venue. If it's not your own house, don't use theirs. If you don't have a bucket, don't use the bucket. Obviously, if you're out, you're using your phone to watch this, you wouldn't be using your phone to look up the answers. Either way, just trying to make it feel like we're still at the bar. On a side note, those of you who have been with me for a while and know the little music I play in the raffle, I have actually gotten I had sent a friend request to the guy known as Vic the Kid, who is the guy who sings Sucia. He finally approved it. So I am, I think, this close to convincing him. And from what I heard, it doesn't take much to convince him to make an appearance at one of these trivia games. I want to save it for a special event. Maybe do a big championship game, or get a sponsorship or something, get a big prize involved. But just when that part of the raffle comes up, have him actually come on stage and perform the song, lip sync, I don't care. That would be the coolest thing. I am getting this close to pulling that off. Maybe we could do it at the Opelika Flea Market. The Opelika Flea Market sponsors us. We will take our game, we'll do it on Facebook Live and in person, come up with some kind of prizes for the winning teams. We'll do like a championship, best of people from every bar. Anybody can participate thing. Come up with a big prize, a big sponsorship at the Opelika Flea Market with special guest appearance from Vic the Kid. That would be the perfect thing. If we can pull that off, if anybody out there knows any of the people connected to any of these ideas, hook them up with me and hook me up with them. Set that up. That would be fun. That would be better than having a regular Friday gig. That would make up from having to do my Fridays here because some people are still sitting on their asses. I'm also spinning out of control, lack of caffeine, and who knows. I'm talking about all this going out, but it's just I also ate a lot of Trolleys. So I'm on a sugar rush. So I might spin out of control and pass out in the middle of Bar Nancy. All right, it's 7. Let's get started. All right, it's Friday. It's after 7 o'clock. We're still in our houses. And it's time now for Home Trivia. You already have a bucket to play in tonight's game. Go outside your house, grab a bucket, bring it inside, and use that to play in tonight's trivia game. Right now, we're going to get started. Let the intro video finish. By going over the rules of tonight's game. All right, over here.
It's Friday, you bastard.
There's some people caught up here. Let's see, I got Grove Boys in the house. Misfits in the house. All right. I don't know if Kevin's out there, Kevin Corrales, but it was his birthday on Wednesday, so happy birthday to Kevin if you're out there. I assume the wife took him out to dinner and he's not here. They'll probably catch up with the game later while it's on the pre-recorded version. All right, as always, we have a one-player minimum because you need to be at least one human being in order to play. You can't play unless you're a human playing watching this. Grab 3 sheets of paper, number them 1 through 10, and if you have a funny team name you'd like to share with us, post it in the comments, and I'll read it out loud here. No matter how insulting it is to me, no matter what you write there, I will read it here. But make sure you tell me it's your team name, because if you're just writing insults and it's not your team name, it doesn't count then. You know, like I wish this microphone was a dick or something like that. Shit like that I used to always get. All right, feel free to scream and shout the answers all you want because you're home, I'm home, and there's no point unless you're actually out at a public venue watching this on your phone with your headphones. Then I advise don't scream and shout the answers. People are going to think you're crazy. But if you're home and nobody's around, feel free to do so. It makes no difference to me. I don't care. It won't affect the game. All right, please don't look up the answers. If you do know the answers, please do not post the answers here in the comments. Just write it on your paper. Don't post it in the comments. Let the people who are playing this seriously figure it out on their own. We're just doing this for fun either way. So remember, you're playing with yourself, so you won't only be cheating yourself. So if you know the answer, write it down. Don't post it in the comments. Question round 1 are worth 1 point each. Question round 2 are worth 2 points each. Question round 3 are worth 5 points each. And first place gets nada. And second place gets nothing because I have nothing to give you. But if you can, please take a picture of yourselves while playing and tag at Trivia Miami on either Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And if I grab it, I'll share it with you guys here next week. We'll also be raffling off prizes and pulling out our stubs in the Lucky SOB raffle, which here at home means Lucky Son of a Bernie. My son wins all the prizes. Here's our legal disclaimer. If you read small and fast, you can read that thing. And it's gone. And again, any little bit helps. You want to hook me up, that's my Venmo, that's my Cash App. You can throw a little bit my way. It'll be cool. If not, that's fine. At least you're here joining me. And again, if you want to hang out with me in person, I know I'm not the nicest person and a lot of people don't like me, but I will be at Bar Nancy later after this game. Me and the wife are going to go hang out over there. We're just hanging out. We're not actually working. We're not hosting anything. We're not there on a professional capacity. We're there for fun. They're having Yacht Rock Miami there, and those are friends of mine, so I thought I'd go hang out and listen to the smooth sounds of Yacht Rock Miami. And I'll be over at Bar Nancy. Otherwise, Bar Nancy's on Monday, and trivia starts between 8 and 8:30 over there, and the Bend on Wednesday. Well, let me get to that. Monday, join me at Bar Nancy. The game starts between 8 and 8:30. You got first place gets $50 bar tab, second place gets a $25 bar tab, and we have the Lucky Son of a Bitch raffle there. On Wednesday, you can join me at the Bend in Miami Lakes. Same thing, $50 first place to $25 second place. Also, Lucky Son of a Bitch raffle is there as well. You can also join me for karaoke every Thursday and Saturday at Seven Seas Bar. And like I said, as long as I have nothing else going on, I'll be here every Friday starting at 7 o'clock. Live feed starts around 6:45, and lately what I've been doing is around 6:30, I do a live feed from Instagram until I switch over to here. Just to kind of let people know that you can join me over here. So you can watch both. And basically, that's where you hear me talk a lot of shit. So if you want to hear me badmouth the owners of bars or people I don't like, or you want to hear me, you want to get me started on people I don't like in trivia, get me on one of those. Get me during one of those moments. I did bond with another trivia host about our similar dislike for one of the players out there. I won't say who. And either way, I have a feeling that he was just there to spy to see how I host a game, because he may or may not be being offered my gig in another location. But I don't care. All right, let's get started with tonight's game. It's time now to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Okay, let's get started. My stopwatch ready. Round one. Question one. True or false? President Herbert Hoover had a pet raccoon. True or false? Why am I leaving Alan alone? It wasn't Alan, Chris. It wasn't Alan. Does Alan even go to another trivia game? I mean, as far as I know, he doesn't go anywhere else. Not for trivia, at least. If you think really hard, one of you out there knows exactly who it is. All right, question two. Which U.S. state is known as the Hoosier State? Which U.S. state is known as the Hoosier State? I've been left alone. I need to ask my daughter to give me water. I don't know where she went. All right, question three. Which Catherine was Henry VIII's first wife? A. Catherine of Aragon. B. Catherine Howard. Or C. Catherine Parr. Again, which Catherine was Henry VIII's first wife? Aragon, Howard, or Parr? Hey, look, it's the big fat cat. By the way, an update on the cat situation. We ended up giving away one of those 3 cats I was showing you last week. However, the mother cat popped up again at my aunt's house after she had abandoned those 3 cats and disappeared for a couple days. She showed up on Mother's Day with the 4th cat. Then got startled and left the 4th cat alone. So we ended up bringing that one home too. So we're still back to 3 cats, but since it's not the 3 that I was going to juggle tonight, I decided I will give it another week. So if you don't want to see me cat juggling next Friday, then you need to take one of the cats that I have here, which I will show you at the beginning of each raffle, one by one. All right, question 4. What country provided most of the settings for the Lord of the Rings movies? What country provided most of the settings for the Lord of the Rings movies? All right, question 5. What kind of creature is Sam on The Muppet Show? What kind of creature is Sam on The Muppet Show? Gotta love this copyright-friendly music. Question 6. Which former daytime drama was set in the fictional town of Pine Valley? A. All My Children. B. Loving. Or C. One Life to Live. And which former daytime drama was set in the fictional town of Pine Valley? All My Children, Loving, or One Life to Live? All right, question 7. In the Jack and the Beanstalk fairy tale, what did Jack trade for 5 magic beans? In the Jack and the Beanstalk fairy tale, what did Jack trade for 5 magic beans? Nadu, can you get me water? He's getting it. Huge, huge cat. Water. All right, question 8. What comedian voiced Mr. Potato Head in the Toy Story movies? What comedian voiced Mr. Potato Head in the Toy Story movies? And despite all the fast talking I was doing on Instagram and here before we started the game, I was not.
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
I was not on any of that. Mostly on candy, trolleys. Question 9. Which of these is not, I repeat, not a variety of Girl Scout cookie? A. Do-si-do, B. Buckeye, or C. Samoa? And which is not a variety of Girl Scout cookie? Do-si-do, Buckeye, or Samoa? That's actually a typo, but I decided to play it off like if it wasn't. As if I meant to repeat it.
Never been to Paris, never been to China. Wanna go to Australia? I don't know, kinda. I'm just trying to remember what I did last night, but I can't 'cause it went down so hard.
Going here earlier, this is George. George is my sound engineer. He's the one that reaches over and raises and lowers the volumes.
That's what's up. Don't be scamping on me. This is how the girls do it when they feel loose. Never give my and tips out.
All right, finally, question 10, everybody's favorite category. Florida! Or not Florida. I'm gonna read a news headline. You need to let me know if you think it's Florida or not Florida. The only 2 possible answers are Florida or not Florida. Here's the headline. A 28-year-old woman posed as a high school student to gain Instagram followers. Is that Florida or not Florida? Try this again. Test. I was advised by the actual George that I was not to use this to scratch my butt if I was to use his name for it. So technically, it does not use for scratching my butt. All right, that is the end of round 1. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was true or false. President Herbert Hoover had a pet raccoon. Question 2, which U.S. state is known as the Hoosier State? Question 3, which Catherine was Henry VIII's first wife? A, Catherine of Aragon, B, Catherine Howard, or C, Catherine Parr? Question 4, what country provided most of the settings for the Lord of the Rings movies? Question 5, what kind of creature is Sam on The Muppet Show? Question 6. Which former daytime drama was set in the fictional town of Pine Valley? A. All My Children. B. Loving. Or C. One Life to Live. Question 7. In Jack and the Beanstalk fairy tale, what did Jack trade for 5 magic beans? Question 8. What comedian voiced Mr. Potato Head in the Toy Story movies? Question 9. Which of these is not, I repeat, is not a variety of Girl Scout cookie? A. Dulce-Do. B. Buckeye. Or C. Samoa. And Florida or not Florida, the headline reads, a 28-year-old woman posed as a high school student to gain Instagram followers. All right, please check your own answer sheet, see if these are the answers you want to stick with. Again, that's my Venmo, that's my Cash App. If you want to hook it up, hook it up. If not, just keep joining me here on Fridays or come see me in person. It's all cool now. It doesn't make a difference. There's my daughter holding the first cat in our lineup. That is Roger. Roger is not being given away. Roger is staying put in this house. But she still wants to show you Roger. So if you want to say hi to Roger, send a message, and I'll let her know what you had to say. All right, let's get started with tonight's first round raffle. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'll pull a number out of this bucket, and any number I pull out, my son wins. My son will win all the prizes. First one out, what is that? A little car. He will get a little car. A little boy will get a little car. Going out to the following number. One that flew out. 022. 022. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out is, what is it? A Darth Vader. Going out to the following number. 005. 005. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. And finally, everybody's favorite prize, one free beer, but he can't drink beer. He can only have iron beer. Going out to the following number. 016. 016. Dance.
B stands for Broncos, BMW, Bengals, and the Bell.
All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. Not the lucky son of a Bernie raffle for this round. He'll be back after round 2 and 3 of tonight's game. Can't leave it on too long because I'll get a copyright strike. All right, let's go over the answers from round 1. Question 1 was true or false. President Herbert Hoover had a pet raccoon. That is false. It was Calvin Coolidge. And then 2, what U.S. state is known as the Hoosier State? Indiana. Question 3, which Catherine was Henry VIII's first wife? Catherine of Aragon. Question 4, what country provided most of the settings for the Lord of the Rings movies? New Zealand. That was just there to piss off Danny if he happened to join us. He would have known it, but he would have been upset that I asked it. Question 5, what kind of creature is Sam on The Muppet Show? He's an eagle. He's Sam the Eagle. Question 6, which former daytime drama was set in the fictional town of Pine Valley? It was All My Children. Question 7, in the Jack and the Beanstalk fairy tale, what did Jack trade for 5 magic beans? A cow. Now, if you don't even have to give me 5 magic beans, I will just give you a cat. If you want a cat, I have a cat. No beans required. Question 8, what comedian voiced Mr. Potato Head in the Toy Story movies? It's Don Rickles. Which of these is not, and I repeat, is not, a variety of Girl Scout cookie? Buckeye. Question 10, Florida or not Florida? The headline read, a 28-year-old woman posed as a high school student to gain Instagram followers. That was Florida. That was not just Florida. It was over at American High School down the street from the Bend. She mixed in somehow with a backpack and a skateboard, and I have a feeling I've seen her before. I'm pretty sure she was at one of the karaoke's when I was hosting the karaoke over there. I know that Josh, who plays trivia over there, Josh Herrera, I'm pretty sure he knows her, though he now denies this fact. All right, these questions are 1 point each, so whatever you got right, post that score in the comments. Remember, you can join me on Monday over at Bar Nancy for trivia in person. We play for prizes and so on and so forth. I guess I'm missing a slide somewhere in the process here. Oh, they're out of order. So, and you can also join me tomorrow for karaoke at Seven Seas Bar, Thursdays and Saturdays. I'm also at the Bend on Wednesdays. I guess they're out of order. I gotta fix that. And I'm here on Fridays. I'm gonna take a quick commercial break, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
I love this song. What station is that? Coast 97.3 FM.
Great song. What station is that? It's Coast 97.3 FM.
I love this song.
Me too. What station is that?
Ever wonder what radio station you're listening to? For the most music throughout your workday, listen to South Florida's Coast 97.3 FM. The best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today with less talk.
Grand Prix's new track. Grand Prix is bigger, longer, and faster. Feel the thrill of the hairpin turns, then speed down the long straightaways. Grand Prix. Race your friends in the true spirit of Grand Prix competition racing. Feel the roar of the engines as you race the big challenge on Grand Prix Race-A-Rama. Open 7 days and nights. Take I-95 or exit 12 on the turnpike. Grand Prix on 441 just south of State Road 84 in Fort Lauderdale.
Take your family, go with your friends to good times where fun never ends. Be there. The fair! It's all there. The fair, be there. The fair, be there.
The Dade County Youth Fair and Exposition. Be there.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right. Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store.
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
Is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
And I'm back. All right, let's see what we got. We got Grow Boys 10. Robinson's got 8. Misfits 9. AJ 4. Lindsay Corrales. Oh, that means Kevin's here. So I said it earlier. Happy birthday to Kevin. It was his birthday on Wednesday. In case you missed it at the beginning. I wasn't sure if you guys would be here. And what else we got? I think that's everybody. All right, let's move on to round 2. It's time now to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets. We're starting round 2. All right, round 2. Question 1. What came out first, being John Malkovich or Rounders? Both with John Malkovich. What came out first? I don't know where I'm pressing. Where am I? Stopwatch. Went too long. All right, where was I? Question 2. What is the name of the Oscar-winning actor who is the spokesperson for Farmers Insurance? What is the name of the Oscar-winning actress who is the spokesperson for Farmers Insurance? All right, question 3. What was the first James Bond title song to top the U.S. charts? What was the first James Bond title song to top the U.S. charts and still the only one to hit number 1? That was a separate fact, but it's the same fact. If to be top, you're number 1. That's top. the wife is, but she should be getting ready to go out. I don't know where she went. Don't say I said anything. All right, question 4. It's time now for the anal bum cover. I'm sorry, an album cover. All right, whose 1984 album is this the cover for? Just the name of the artist, not the name of the album. Whose 1984 album is that the cover for? All right, she went in to go get ready. Again, I'll be at Bar Nancy after this, hanging out, just hanging out. I'll be there on Monday to play, to work, but I'll be there tonight to hang out. All right, question 5. What 2 chocolate bars once had an ad campaign that said, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't? And what 2 different chocolate bars once had an ad campaign that said, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't? It's 2 different chocolate bars. Which ones were they? Again, this was a chocolate bar campaign. This is not an ad for Grindr. Sounds like the smooth music I've been listening to. All right, question 6. As always, our movie clips. I'll play a clip from a movie that's released in 1984. If you know what it is, write it down. I'll play once with just the sound and once with the words up on the screen. Listen closely.
Oh, Colt. Oh, this is perplexing. What an intriguing offer you've made. Guys, what should I do? Should I take the car or should I take Debbie?
Wow.
Debbie!
The car.
Debbie!
Depends on which gets better mileage.
Debbie!
The car.
Take Debbie. Debbie! The car! Debbie!
Did you see those
Debbie!
I don't know.
The car! Debbie! What a decision I have to make here.
I would hate to be in your shoes, pal.
One more time.
Oh, Colt. Oh, this is perplexing. What an intriguing offer you've made. Guys, what should I do? Should I take the car or should I take Debbie?
Wow.
Debbie!
The car.
Debbie!
Depends on which gets better mileage.
Debbie!
The car.
Take Debbie. Debbie! The car! Debbie!
Did you see those
Debbie!
I don't know.
The car! Debbie! What a decision I have to make here.
I would hate to be in your shoes, pal.
What movie is that from? All right, question 7. What country did Angelina Jolie's first adopted child Maddox come from? What country did Angelina Jolie's first adopted child Maddox come from? All right, question 8. What biblical figure spent 3 days and nights in the stomach of a whale before being spit out? What biblical figure spent 3 days and nights in the stomach of a whale before being spit out? All right. Question 9. Lollapalooza was initially created in 1991 as a farewell tour for what band? Lollapalooza was initially created in 1991 as a farewell tour for what band?
Fights, but I can only be right once in a while.
All right, finally, question 10, last question in this round. In the 1984 movie Red Dawn, what did Patrick Swayze and friends call themselves? In the 1984 movie Red Dawn, what did Patrick Swayze and friends call themselves? All right, that is the end of round 2. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was what came out first, being John Malkovich or Rounders? Both with John Malkovich. Question 2, what is the name of the Oscar-winning actor who is the spokesperson for Farmers Insurance? Question 3, what was the first James Bond title song to top the U.S. charts? Ain't No Bum Cover, whose 1984 album is this the cover for? Just the name of the artist and not the name of the album. Question 5, what 2 chocolate bars once had an ad campaign that said, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't? Movie clip from 1984.
Oh, Colt. Oh, this is perplexing. What an intriguing offer you've made. Guys, what should I do? Should I take the car or should I take Debbie?
Debbie!
Take the car.
Debbie!
Depends on what you get there. Black Porsche.
Debbie!
Take the car.
Take Debbie.
Debbie! The car. Debbie!
You see those
Debbie!
I don't know.
The car. Debbie! What a decision I have to make here.
I would hate to be in your shoes, pal.
Question 7, what country did Angelina Jolie's first adopted child Maddox come from? Question 8, what biblical figure spent 3 days and nights in the stomach of a whale before being spit out? Question 9, Lollapalooza was initially created in 1991 as a farewell tour for what band? And question 10, in the 1984 movie Red Dawn, what did Patrick Swayze and friends call themselves? All right, please check your own answer sheet, see if these are the answers you want to stick with. Again, if you want to hook it up. That's my Venmo, that's my Cash App. And here is our second cat. This is the cat that popped up on Mother's Day. This one is called Patty. You can name it whatever you want. This one is definitely up for grabs. Patty is a little bit fat. Patty is a fatty. So if you're interested in Patty, definitely let me know. I will bring it to you. Especially if you're going to see me tomorrow, I'll bring it to the bar. Just let me know. Whatever the situation, that Patty is up for grabs. Now let's get on with our lucky SOB raffle. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. Don't pull a number out of this bucket. It ain't number I pull out. My son wins. My son will win all the prizes. All right, first one out. What is that? Professor X. How the hell did I get this in there? All right, going on to the following number. 026. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. What's he getting? Another Darth Vader. Zero 007. Dance.
Lucia.
Oh, yeah.
Lucia.
All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. Again, I made friends with that guy on Facebook. Vic the Kid. He's in a film right now. That guy. I am about to send them a private message asking them to do it. First, we got to secure a venue. We'll do a big game. We'll get a sponsor. We'll get somebody to give us money to give away, maybe a $500 game, whatever. We'll do it at the Oklahoma Hialeah Flea Market, and we'll have Vic the Kid perform in the middle of the raffle the Sucia song. Maybe we'll do it for every song. Every raffle prize, we'll get the Sucia song. All right, here we go. Now he gets a beer, but he gets an iron beer because he's 13, going out to the following number. 004. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Stay with me. Lucky Son of a Bernie. That was the Lucky Son of a Bernie raffle for this round. He'll be back at the round 3. All right, let's go over the answers from round 2. Question 1 was what came out first, Being John Malkovich or Rounders? Both with John Malkovich, it was Rounders. Question 2, what is the name of the Oscar-winning actor who is the spokesperson from Farmers Insurance? J.K. Simmons. Question 3, what was the first James Bond title song to top the U.S. charts and still the only one to be at number 1? A View to a Kill by Duran Duran. I bet you thought it was Goldfinger because it's behind me, but no. It's A View to a Kill. Ain't No Bum cover, whose 1984 album is this the cover for? That is Rat Out of the Cellar. Rest in peace, Tawny Katane. She's on the cover of that record. Number 5, what 2 chocolate bars once had an ad campaign that said, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't? And Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. Movie clip from 1984.
Oh, Colt. Oh, this is perplexing. What an intriguing offer you've made. Guys, what should I do? Should I take the car or should I take Debbie?
Debbie! The car! Debbie! Depends on which gets better mileage. Debbie!
The car!
Take Debbie!
Debbie! The car!
Debbie!
Did you see those
Debbie!
Debbie?
I don't know.
The car!
Debbie! What a decision I have to make here.
I would hate to be in your shoes, pal.
Bachelor Party. Also with Tawny Katane. Rest in peace, Tawny Katane. The aforementioned Debbie in that whole clip. What country did Angelina Jolie's first adopted child Maddox come from? Cambodia. What biblical figure spent 3 days and nights in the stomach of a whale before being spit out? Jonah, not Hill. Lollapalooza was initially created in 1991 as a farewell tour for what band? Jane's Addiction. And question 10, in the 1984 movie Red Dawn, what did Patrick Swayze and friends call themselves? Wolverines! All right, these are 2-point questions, so whatever you got right, multiply that by 2. Add that to your previous score. That'll give you a running total at this point. Post that score in the comments. Argue amongst yourselves. Join me Monday over at Bar Nancy for trivia starting at 8 o'clock. Play for prizes. I'll also be there tonight, but I'll be there hanging out and drinking, not actually hosting or doing anything. Join me on Wednesday over at The Bend in Miami Lakes. Join me Thursdays and Saturdays for karaoke at 7 Seas Bar. And I'm here Fridays unless something comes up, and if that happens, I'll let you know ahead of time. But as far as I know, we will be here next Friday. All right, I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
If you're hungry and in the mood for something extraordinary, look for this symbol. And this telephone is the fastest way to Franco's original Italian pizza, day or night. If you live anywhere from Pompano to Hialeah, you can treat yourself to the best in authentic Italian dishes. Franco specializes in dishes from antipasto to veal francesa, all at reasonable prices. This symbol of excellence is in Pompano, Fort Lauderdale, North Miami Beach, North Miami, and Hialeah. Franco's, the king of pizza with home delivery day or night.
97 GTR, continuous rock and roll with Herman and McBean mornings.
No more pop scratches and ugly black buildup for these rock and roll animals.
97 GTR, all compact disc rock and roll.
Like ZZ Top, Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones. Herman and McBean, mornings on 97 GTR, continuous rock and roll.
Ay, bendito, se le paró el carro. ¿Y eso cómo fue?
No sé. Yo le había echado coolant, pero se calentó.
Mire, lo voy a ayudar, porque yo tengo un tremendo coolant. Amali. La próxima vez échele Amali. Este sí es un coolant de calidad superior. Porque todos los coolant no son iguales, ¿sabes? Amali es mejor de lo que tiene que ser.
Ah, pero oiga, ¿usted no es irichacón?
Sí, y de coolant, yo sí sé. Exija Amali. Tremendo coolant.
Why settle for some of it when you can get all of it?
Get it all. Get it all. Get to Zare and get it all.
It's gotta be a knockout, so I got to Zare.
It's gotta last.
It's gotta have a name I know.
So we got to Zare.
Get it all. Get it all.
It's gotta be a real value.
Get to Zare and get it all.
Exciting fashions, famous brands, honest quality, genuine value.
Get to Zare and get it all.
In Miami, se llama Zaire. And I'm back. All right, let's see what we got. We got Grow Boys 24, Robinson 22, which I think is Flo Con Gen Pen, whatever the team name was. And in first place 20. Well, Michael, she dated the guy from Rat before she married the guy from Whitesnake. So she was on the Rat album cover, and she's in one of their videos, which I've been playing at the bars. And then she later, that was 84. By 87, she ended up with David Coverdale. So she got around. And then later, she had other drama. She was also on the reboot version of WKRP in Cincinnati. She was supposed to be the new Lonnie Anderson in that version of the show. Didn't quite work out, though. All right, I don't see any score from the Misfits. So let's move on to round 3. Time again. Put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Wow, we're losing people fast. We went down to 6 now. I guess all that Tawny Katane talk drove people away. Just the old farts sitting around talking about somebody we used to like way back then. All right, round 3. Phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Round 3. Question 1. What religious movement was founded by Joseph Smith? What religious movement was founded by Joseph Smith? All right, here's one for Josh. Question 2. Which element of the periodic table is named for a New Zealander? Which element of the periodic table is named for a New Zealander?
Well, are you coming to my party? It's an open invite. I'm raring to get things started so we can rule the night. Nobody comes here to argue, we can't stand to fight. It wastes our time that we always try to keep light. So forget your problems, here everybody's right.
All right, question 3. It's time now to name a celebrity. I'm going to put a picture of a celebrity up there. If you know who it is, write down their real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen them. Name. This. Celebrity. I need his real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen him.
You gotta maybe set your mind free. Come follow your heart. You know you want to be in love with. Where to start? Why bother with the game plan when you're free to roam? Under the starlight, everywhere is home. Yeah. Maybe you play your game and I play mine, as long as we laugh together like
All right, question 4. Under what brand does Roche market the sedative diazepam? And under what brand name does Roche market the sedative diazepam?
Raring to get things started so we can rule the night. You baby, set
All right, question 5 as always are. Jumbo. 9 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Letters are AGAINSTTHECRAPPILE. Hence an actor, female. Yes, I said PP. Figure it out. Against the crap pile. Wrote this information on the back of your answer sheet or figured it out. I'm moving on to question 6. Which country is home to the colorful Rainbow Mountain? Which country is home to the colorful Rainbow Mountain? Watch me when I'm about to leave to go out because I want to get out of here fast. I forgot to take the stopwatch off. And then I'll be driving halfway to Barnanty and I have a stopwatch on my chest like if I'm counting something. Now that, of course, that I've thought that it could happen, it's not going to happen. But it would have been funny. All right, question 7. Cacophobia is the fear of what? Cacophobia is the fear of what? Not cacophobia. Cacophobia. Don't mix them up.
Dealing with a mountain of pain, figured he'd go out with a bang. He made as much good bread as a baker could. Meanwhile, the word spread through the neighborhood. People showed up smiling to volunteer. He said, I'll do what I can while I'm here. Till this place is vacant, let's keep baking. They spread his bread plus his reputation. Food homemade with love the folks tasted. When he ran out of dough, they donated. It kept growing, took off like a rocket. He switched from out of pocket to non-profit. Now donations were tax deductible. And his bread was packing trucks full. The months flew. I guess what comes around.
All right, question 8. To protest an unpopular tax, which U.S. state's residents held the Whiskey Rebellion in 1794? And to protest an unpopular tax, which U.S. state's residents held the Whiskey Rebellion in 1794? All right, question 9. What American pop star wrote the children's book, The English Roses? What American pop star wrote the English book, The English Roses? All right, and finally, question 10, last question of tonight's game, something of local history, news, or facts. What local mall had to be evacuated this past weekend, not this weekend just started, last weekend, after an incident of gunfire? Again, what local mall had to be evacuated last weekend after an incident of gunfire? Again, I'll remind everybody that these games are written for Monday and Wednesday. This is like a, in case you missed it in person, you can still play at home situation. All right, that is the end of round 3. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. There should be a little girl running over here with a cat. There we go. Question 1. What religious movement was founded by Joseph Smith? Question 2. Which element of the periodic table is named for a New Zealander? Question 3. Ask your name, celebrity. I need his real name, not a character name, and a description where you've seen him. Question 4. Under what brand name does Roche market the sedative diazepam? Word jumble, 9 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Those are the letters. Hence, an actor, female, or actress. Against the crack pile. Question 6. Which country is home to the colorful Rainbow Mountain? Question 7. Cacophobia is the fear of what? Not cacophobia. Cacophobia is the fear of what? Question 8. To protest an unpopular tax, which U.S. state's residents held the Whiskey Rebellion in 1794? Question 9. What American pop star wrote the children's book, The English Roses? And question 10, local history, news, or facts. What local mall had to be evacuated last weekend after an incident of gunfire? All right, please check your own answers, see if this is what you want to stick with. Remember, if you want to hook it up, that's my Venmo, that's my Cash App. You can send a little bit my way. That would be cool. Now, here's my daughter with the third cat. This is also a cat who will not be going anywhere. That is Dora. Dora is the explorer. She explored first in all of them. She figured out how to eat before all of them. She learned how to use the litter box before all of them. So we're not getting rid of her. We are getting rid of the last one you saw, the one during round 2. So if you want to give a home to a little cat that kind of looks like this one, just a little bit bigger and poofier, let me know. I need to find a home for that cat soon. All right, let's get started with our last raffle for tonight's game. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'll pull a number out of this bucket, and any number I pull out, my son wins. My son will win all the prizes. All right, what is he getting this time? He's getting a small version of Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. We got to the following number. He's a big fan of Scarlett Johansson. Like that. Mm-hmm. Like the way I used to like Olivia Newton-John when I was younger. But not by that age. By that age, I moved on. 020. 020. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. He's getting an even bigger pop thing of, again, Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. That's the following number. Have I told you how much he hates Colin Jost? My son hates Colin Jost. 028. 028. Dance.
Moviendo la cadera, moviendo la cadera, moviendo la cadera, moviendo la cadera.
All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. I mean, he hates him the same way that my wife hates Jennifer Aniston. All right, finally, everybody's favorite prize, one free beer. Going out to the following number. And my friend Miguel, how much he hates Ben Affleck right now. 006. 006. Dance.
Opalaka Hialeah is the place to go. It's more than just a market, it's a great big show. Opalaka.
All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. And that concludes our lucky son of a Bernie raffle for tonight's game. Again, if anybody has a hookup at the flea market, I'd like to get. First, we need a sponsor to pay for the prizes. Then we need to figure out where in the flea market to do it. We want to host a trivia game live from the Opalaka Flea Market. That would be my ideal thing. And then I want to talk to Vic the Kid and have him perform Sucia live during the trivia game. And he doesn't have to just be for the raffle. We can leave the raffle as it is. He can just perform during the breaks. He'll sing Sucia, Sucia Part 2, and Sucia Part 3. Like instead of the commercial break, we'll have Sucia 3 times. Because I don't think he has any other songs. All right, let's go over the answers from round 3. Question 1 was, what religious movement was founded by Joseph Smith? It was the Mormons, Mormonism. Magic underwear. Which element of the periodic table is named for a New Zealander? Rutherfordium. What is that, Josh? I don't know. Name this celebrity. That is Henry Cavill. Under what brand name does Roche market the sedative diazepam? Valium. Word jumble. 9 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Those are the letters. Since it's an actor female, that is Christina Applegate. Which country is home to the colorful Rainbow Mountain? Peru. Cacophobia is the fear of what? Fear of ugliness. Question 8. To protest an unpopular tax, which U.S. state's residents held the Whiskey Rebellion in 1794? Pennsylvania. Question 9. What American pop star wrote the children's book, The English Roses? Madonna. And question 10. Local history, news or facts. What local mall had to be evacuated last weekend after an incident of gunfire? It was Aventura Mall. All right, these are 5-point questions, so whatever you got right times 5, plus add that to your previous score. That'll give you your final total. We can figure out who won after the fact. Oh, Josh is explaining. Okay, I'll read it in a minute. Let me get through this. But thanks for letting me know. All right, join me Monday over at Bar Nancy, starting at 8 o'clock, 8 to 8:30. Join me Wednesdays over at The Bend. Join me for karaoke Thursdays and Saturdays at 7 Seas Bar, and I'll be here next Friday starting at 7 o'clock. Well, the live feed on Instagram starts at 6:30. The live feed here starts at 6:40. I start talking on camera at 6:45 on Facebook. Then we talk shit, whatever, and then we'll get to the game at 7 o'clock. All right, I'm going to take a quick commercial break while you post your final scores, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
The largest Toyota sale.
He's never going to be done.
Up here. Focus. We only have a couple of seconds.
Would you get it ready, please? Come on, man, go.
Oh, I'm Paul Castronovo. This is Young Ron Brewer from 94.9 Zeta. Catch our morning show weekdays starting at 6. Remember, the only way to hear our very local, informative, and entertaining program is to listen to 94.9 Zeta.
Don't forget about the animal displays.
Oh, yeah, we promise no more live animal displays because last Thanksgiving we messed up a turkey really bad.
Good, yeah.
I know it.
Come enjoy the rides and the wonderful lights, food, rides, and so much more. All the Christmas spirit you find it here. On Palmetto, Bird Road at Tropical Park. One price, all rides free.
You know why I come to Lum's, good buddy? They grill the steaks just perfect. And the fish fried dinner is so tender and delicious. I love the juicy roast beef sandwich piled high with that thinly sliced roast beef. I like it when Mommy and Daddy take me to Lum's. The burgers are great. You and your kids get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
You get a choice. You get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
Compact disc sale of the year. Thousands of titles for only $8.99. All types of music. Rock, country, soul, jazz, classical, vocal, big band, pop. Hundreds of artists. Something for everyone. CDs for only $8.99. Come into Peaches now while the best selection's available.
And we're back, and let's see what we got. We got Robinson 52. That would be Flo, Con, John, Jan, Penn, whatever that team name is. Grove Boys 49. And in first place 55. Misfits with 68, so it looks like Misfits win the game tonight. But either way, you join me here. So as far as I'm concerned, you are all winners. Thanks for joining me and watching this. Again, we'll be here next Friday unless something comes up to change that. But the plan is to be here, and if not, I will let you know ahead of time. It won't be a unless it's a medical emergency, then it will be a last minute thing. But otherwise, I plan on being here on Friday. If not, join me in person. Remember, you can follow us at Trivia Miami on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Search for Trivia Miami on YouTube. This game will be put up later. Well, not, this game will be put up on YouTube tomorrow, not tonight. Remember, you can hook it up. That's my Venmo. That's my Cash App. I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to head out, get ready, get the wife in a hurry, and we're going to head out to Bar Nancy. Join me over there. I'm going to be watching the Yacht Rock guys working. I'll be hanging out, having drinks. If you want to come hang out with me in person while I'm not working, if you want to hang out with me in person while I am working, tomorrow I'll be at Seven Seas for karaoke, and then Monday at Bar Nancy again. I'll be there tonight. I'll be there on Monday working for trivia, Wednesday at the Bend, and then Thursday and Saturday for karaoke again, and then right back here next Friday for the home edition of our game. All right, good night, everybody. Have a good weekend. See you all next time one way or another. I'm going to let Cox on the Radio sign us off.
Have yourself a real nice day. And if you want to smile some, listen to Power 96.